Evening all. Guten Abend, as I believe they say in Germany. Smoking one of the first pipes I bought. A Mr. Brogg Pearwood Churchwarden. It's only got a small bowl on it, so it's a fairly quick smoke. Nice little bit of leaf carve in there. It's not actually the original stem. I snapped that off. Because they're not very well made, the stems. That's the one thing that lets their pipes down. But this is one that I managed to buy from someone on eBay, and it's not meant for a Mr. Brogg, but I sanded down the tenon and got it to fit. Does the job. And in it I'm smoking some Germain's plum cake mixture. Well, I've got the television on, the BBC Proms in the background. I hope it's not too loud. Talking about Michael Caine. You're a big man, but you're out of shape. That's me. Hope you're all well this Sunday evening. I broke out the old Churchwarden because I was watching the last night on the TV. I watched the first Hobbit film, so it got me in a bit of a Churchwarden-y Hobbit type mood. I've mentioned in previous videos I've been a big fan of Tolkien for 45 years or more. And I loved the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings films. I approached them with trepidation, but I thought he actually did a very good job of them. The Hobbit films, not so much. I mean, making 3 films, he was being just a tad greedy, I think. And played fast and loose with the story. Wouldn't be a beer beard video without beer, so I've just got a small one on the go. Cheers. Think of it as a labour saving device. It means I don't have to get up and go to the fridge too often. So, the Guten Abend, the German beer stein, the Germains, see what I did there? Tobacco, a little bit of a Germanic thing going on. Because I think they have it in the States as well, this Who Do You Think You Are series, where they get celebrities along and they go through their ancestry and genealogy. And it got me interested, because I'm fascinated by that kind of thing, you know, where we all come from. And so I did some research into my past. I already knew that one of my great-grandfathers on my mother's side was German. But it wasn't until digging into it a bit further I found out I was descended from a German, not from just from a German, from a German bastard. And that's not being impolite. He came over here at the tail end. He was born around 1860, and where he was born wasn't actually Germany at the time. This was before the unification of Germany in the late 19th century. And where he was born was an archduchy of Hessen. That may not be the correct pronunciation. And then he came over here in the 1870s when he was still fairly young. But I only found out fairly recently the reason that he came over and moved to England was that he was illegitimate, which obviously in those days carried quite a stigma. And so he came over here to leave that past behind and start anew and start afresh. And he started his career, he was a waiter at a hotel called the Cathedral Hotel, which has long since disappeared. But it was called the Cathedral Hotel because it was in the shadow of St Paul's Cathedral on Cheapside in London, the city of London. And that's where he started when he came over. And he eventually married on Christmas Day in a particular year, and I got a copy of his marriage certificate, a lady, Eliza Jane, who was a chambermaid at the same hotel. And you follow it down the line, you eventually get to me from those humble beginnings. And he stayed in the catering trade, the restaurant trade, all his life and lived up until the 1930s. So it's quite interesting to find that out. I mean, I didn't know either of my grandfathers. They both died before I was born. So, and both my grandmothers, they died when I was still fairly young. So I don't have sort of much of a tradition of knowing much about the family history. So it was interesting to find out that little bit. There's still a huge amount more to do, but you've got to be really dedicated to it. And also have the money, because joining the genealogy and ancestry websites in this country is not a cheap business. Cheers once again. Prost. That's not actually German, is it? Isn't that? Oh, no. I'm starting to mess up here now. So there you go. It makes me laugh about these people that become so nationalistic about their country and hating immigrants and foreigners and one thing and another. If they actually look back into their past, they'd find that, you know, we all represent a mix of people from all over the place. So all this idea of like pure blood and, or I'm British or English and I don't want any foreigners here, it's all nonsense. But that is getting dangerously close to politics, so I'll call a halt on that. Hope you're all well this Sunday evening. You know, I posted that video earlier on of the rain. Unbelievable. And what really annoys me, I mean, it's been constantly cloudy, raining, cool, you know. And yet, no doubt, come the end of the month, it'll be in the news somewhere. This has been the hottest, driest July we've ever had. I don't know where they take these readings from. But it hasn't been here. Not where I live, anyway. Anyway, all. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're all well. And take it easy and enjoy what's left of your weekend and the week to come. And I hope the sun is shining on you more than it's shining on me. Ta-ra.